What's going on, everybody? I'm Poem here with Mcbober. What's going on, Bob?
Hey, everyone.
So while I was at work, Mcbober was busy building some decks for us today with all the cards that were spoiled and some of the other ones that we have seen previously. So I think we're at like 42 cards that you can put in decks right now, including leaders and such. So you made 8 decks for us here. These are some demo decks. And
That's
go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. So there was recently a live stream with FFG talking about their demo decks for Gen Con that they got coming up, and that they're going to be 30 card decks, so that you kind of just get a taste for the game with the limited cards that are available. So with the same goal in mind, I've created 30 card decks here. I have 8 different options, so 2 for each leader that we've seen so far, and 2 colors each.
Okay. So what we thought we would do is just kind of like take a look at each deck, just do talk about it for a minute or two, and then we'll play a game. We'll just pick one, set up a match, and play a game of Unlimited here towards the end. So if you wanted to see the match, you can skip ahead, but we're going to go through the demo decks that Mcbober made. So you want to show us the first one?
Sure. Starting off, we got Leia Vigilance. So to try to make the decks a little easy to see at a glance, I've got the leader, their picture in the middle, and then the edge of the bag is the aspect. So blue for Vigilance. So she's got the Dagobah Swamp location naturally. And now, since these are 30 card decks, it's basically 10 different cards with 3 copies each here. So for Leia, it's pretty simple game plan. Just try to get lots of rebels on the table. So that's mostly what her deck is just all of the rebel cards, and then a couple other of the good blue cards like Yoda and the Wingguard. Pretty simple deck. Leia's ability lets her attack with 2 rebel units in a row, so you got a lot of rebels here. I think her ability will be particularly good with R2 and 3PO. They seem to combo well together using them in tandem, so hopefully this deck works out.
Okay, so can you explain that combination? How would R2, C3PO, and Leia stack?
Sure. So Leia lets you use 2 rebels in a row to attack with. So if you assume you have both R2 and 3PO ready on the table, you can attack with R2 first, which lets you look at the top card of your deck. And then after you know what's there, when you use C3PO to attack with, you get to pick a number and look at the top card of your deck. And if the cost of that card is your chosen number, you can draw that card. So since you already know what the card is with R2, you'll always say the right number, and C3PO basically draws a card when he attacks.
Okay, so Leia just lets you do all that in one action.
Right.
Is there a strategy behind that, or is it just pacing? Like
a lot of it's pacing.
It's not like your opponent can like interact with the top card of your deck to like mess up your ability to draw later or something.
I suppose not, but if they killed C3PO after you'd already looked at the card with R2, then naturally you wouldn't have access to his ability to then draw that card.
Okay. Cool. Well,
so that's Leia. I'll just go ahead and get rid of that. We might need to reload the table when this is done to actually play with these decks, but for now, this is what we got.
Yep. And this is our late night gaming TTS mod, by the way. It's really nice. We put in a lot of work into it. It's got a ready button, so like of your cards that are exhausted. I don't know what term they use for in this game for that. You can just hit a ready. It readies. You've got tokens in here. There's all the cards that you need to, if you want to just build your own decks, are over here on a deck building area. And then obviously you've got just some, we put a lot of work into making it look nice and be functional. So all right, let's keep going. We're on Leia.
All right. Up next, we got Leia Cunning. So this is pretty similar to the last Leia deck, but there's a little bit less rebels. There's some more events. It's a little bit sneakier. So you got the Leia unit in here to exhaust the enemy. You got the Azutuk Liberator Gunship. It's not a rebel, but it does have ambush, so when it enters play, it can attack immediately. And then you got these 2 cunning events. You got Surprise Strike and Waylay to deal with threats and get some surprise damage out here. And that's basically it. It's a pretty simple deck again. Most of these decks have a pretty by-the-numbers game plan. This is just a little bit sneakier than that last one. You basically trade some of the more powerful cards, like a lot of the blue cards often are, for some sneakier options to get some surprise damage.
All right.
That seems to be the theme of Cunning, is doing stuff that is not obvious ahead of time, like damage from hand and returning cards to hand and ambush and all that kind of good stuff.
Sweet. They're doing great theming with this game so far.
So up next we got Luke Cunning. And it's going to be pretty similar to Leia. It does have blue in here. So you still get a few of those powerful blue cards, like the Consular Security Force. It's not playing all the yellow events, but it is playing that Azutek Liberator Gunship, because I think that thing seems pretty good. And that's about it. You know, I tried to keep a lot of heroism aspect cards to go with Luke's ability. So I think the only non-heroism card in the deck is the Wingguard, just because they're pretty good.
So when you play the Wingguard, you cannot give the Wingguard a shield.
But correct, but every other card in the deck you can give a shield.
So was there another hero card that you didn't include, that you maybe considered if someone wants to make sure that they can proc the shield every time with Luke?
Yeah, there's the Rebel Saboteur guy. He's pretty good. He's 2-cost terrorism unit. He was in the Leia deck, but
yeah,
I just thought the Wingguard would maybe give you a little bit more value.
Yeah, so
you'll have other guys you can give shields to.
Yeah, so these little demo decks can be a starting point, but you can obviously make a couple tweaks here and there. Play with your buddies. Let's go to the next one.
All right, next up we got Luke Aggression. So there's only one aggression card in here, but Luke already has a pretty solid package all on his own. He doesn't really need a lot of help from his base. So his aggression card is Open Fire, just to get some surprise damage from hand, which usually is not a big hero thing. And other than that, it's a pretty simple Luke package, pretty similar to the other deck. Just a lot of good, solid white and blue cards.
Is there anything else in aggression that you could consider for Luke here?
Currently, the only aggression card that doesn't have a villainy aspect on it is Open Fire.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you'd have to pay an aspect penalty to include some villain cards.
Which you could do.
You sure could. I don't think I have any off-aspect cards in any of these decks, but it is an option. So up next we got Krennic with Aggression. So here we just have lots of Imperial guys. We do have the Wingguards, because Krennic is blue. He can play those. And also he gets a bonus to damage friendly units. So guys with high health, and Sentinels especially, are pretty valuable for him. So he's got the Cell Block Guard, the Wingguard, and other than that, just some pretty solid all-around Imperial stuff. He's got a lot of Imperial things going on here. So he's got the Snow Troopers. He also has that Open Fire card to get some damage from hand. He's got maximum firepower. He's got a lot of board control going on here. Imperial Interceptors as well to control space. So a lot of damage from hand in this deck to help try to control those damage numbers so he can keep his own damage characters alive to get that attack bonus. Very control heavy.
So he's trying to like damage guys just enough to be able to then kill him with his guys, so that his guys take a little bit of damage but don't die, and that kind of game, in order to proc his ability. Pretty
much, yeah. Ideally, he's trading his guys in favorably to kill opponents but not die in the process, so that they can stay alive with damage on them to get that +1 attack bonus.
Gotcha. Sweet.
All right, up next we got Krennic with Command, which is, I think, a pretty expected aspect for him if I had to guess. So most elites doing the same stuff with other than these command cards. You got Tarkin, of course. He's a good source of card draw. You got the Royal Guard. Another potential Sentinel if you have an official unit. We know Krennic likes Sentinels. And then we got the Super Laser Technician just for some resource ramp. Not that he really needs a lot of resource ramp, but that doesn't hurt. And that's about it.
So Krennic could be your official if he's deployed. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. When Krennic is in unit form, he is a official unit, which is enough to make the Royal Guard happy and become a Sentinel.
Alrighty.
And up next, we got the Vaders. Starting with Vader Command. Again, probably his expected aspect. I think that's what the Gen Con demo is going to be. And it's mostly just good cards. Vader has access to a lot of cards. This was not a simple deck to build. I definitely had to think about this one because there was a lot of choices. But ultimately, I tried to stick with a lot of villainy aspect cards to trigger Vader's ability. I think every card in this deck has the villainy. Yeah. That way, every time you play something, you have the option of using Vader's ability. Probably the main reason to play Command here is to get those Super Laser Technicians to help you ramp resources so that you can use Vader sooner to become a leader.
That just seems... This card seems like one of the best cards in the game, right? Like, would you say, so far? Because it allows you to... It
seems really good if you have a reason to ramp, and this deck certainly does.
Just getting Vader out sooner is just insane, right? Like, because he's just such a big hitter, heavy hitter.
And almost all your guys are Imperials as well, other than your Event and Lightsaber. So, like, a lot of targets for Tarkin to hit. He'll probably always give you 2 cards, so he's a good source of card draw.
This deck just seems so strong right now with the cards that have been revealed.
I think this is a good deck.
They were talking on the stream about the Mahdi stuff to ready your Vader, like killing Mahdi with Vader and then readying your Vader.
Yeah. Vader's ability, when he's in unit form or even in his regular leader form, it can target your own guys, so you can choose to kill your own Mahdi to get that ready effect.
Yeah, so like you could do 2 damage to like overkill your Mahdi just to ready your Vader.
Yep, so you can attack with him again. There's certainly a world where you could even play another Mahdi, and if you get like 2, due to the uniqueness rule, if you have 2 Mahdis in play, you have to choose and discard one, so you would get that when defeated effect for the Mahdi that you've discarded.
Just by playing a second Mahdi?
Yes.
I like that I have you around to tell me what to do. That's a great
He could basically become like a 2-cost event to ready a villainy character.
So you would only do that like if he didn't have Mahdi couldn't like trade into somebody or something like.
Right.
If there was no other units on your enemy side and you wanted to like use Mahdi to like ready, you could.
Yeah, or if he was exhausted.
Okay, then you could just play another Mahdi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. All right, up next for our last deck, we got Vader Cunning, which might not be as good as that last one. It's hard to say, but Cunning gives you access to the Surprise Strike, which I think is a pretty fun card. So, some more damage from hand that you could throw out there to maybe get somebody with... Because there's a lot of high damage, low health characters, so... You know, turning your 1-cost Stormtrooper into 6 attack with a Surprise Strike seems like it'd be pretty good.
Okay.
And maybe even late game, get a surprise kill on the base by gaining some extra attack. So it's some good bursts, because almost all of the damaging cards only damage units, but Surprise Strike does let you damage the base. Okay. Other than that, just, you know, good cards all around. Again, Vader has access to so much stuff that it's pretty easy to pair him with any aspect, and mostly just play his own package and put a couple aspect cards in there.
Sweet. Guess we're ready to shuffle up and deal.
Yep. So you might need to reload here to fill these bags back up. All right. Choose your deck.
So I know I wanted one of the Leias. Just had to kind of remember which one I wanted.
I think I'm gonna go with Krennic.
Just gonna look at these one more time. I think you were saying this one has more of the rebel units. So it's like more in line with what her abilities are. So let's go ahead and try her out. Alright. Hopefully I can remember how to play. Been playing a lot of other games. Lorcana and Marvel Snap and stuff, so gotta try to remember.
Yeah, I think we get 6 cards in our opening hand, if I recall. So that's
all,
really the main thing to remember.
Yeah, 6 cards, all or nothing mulligan.
That's right.
I don't know what I'm digging for here. So you get 2 resources to start with, so 2 costs is good to keep.
Guess I'll keep my hand. It's playable.
Krennic. I don't think this Pathfinder is gonna really matter. Yeah, my stuff's playable too. I mean, I don't. Yeah, let's just go with this. All right, so we're gonna resource 2 cards. Let's go with these 2.
I guess I'll roll the chance keep here to see who goes first.
We could try the. Does that command work in here? No, it doesn't.
No, I think that was exclusive to the other table. All right, so it looks like red wins. That's me.
Sweet.
So let's play a probe droid. Take a look-see at your hand.
I don't know if you'll like what you see with these 2 consular security forces in there.
At least I don't have to worry about them for a couple rounds, but they are a little. They're big dudes.
They're going to be coming in.
I don't like those big dudes. So I'm probably getting an X-wing right now. All right, your action.
Looks like an X-wing. And here.
I'll take the initiative.
I'll pass. Okay. Got my friend here. I don't know if he's going to be that good, because like the deck isn't built around him right now. Although he is maybe fun to get on the table for the purpose of the stream here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and resource this card here. Okay.
All right, let's attack your base for 3.
Okay. Just get a counter. Is that what we do?
Damage right here. Not your leader, your
I
base.
set it down. I'm trying to pick it back up.
You gotta kind of grab it from the edge. I think the bottom edge is usually easiest. Maybe someday we can have like a base-specific damage counter out here.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and put a. Let's think about my sequencing. Let's not be mindless. He's got that. I guess he would have played the thing that kills my ship. He's got like some other ship that does on play. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna bring in the Yoda.
Good old Yoda. I'm gonna play a Royal Guard.
I think I'll hit your base for 3.
3. Is that
Or
what he
2.
does?
I'm sorry, 2. He's got 3 health. I know how to count.
Trying to turn that around here. There we go. I'll take the initiative.
Pass. It's so nice to draw 2 cards instead of 1, like in Lorcana.
That's right. I get another card. I almost forgot.
You did 1?
Yeah, I did it initially until you just told me.
Okay. Gotta get that initiative back from you somehow.
Well, that's what Leia's ability is for. You don't have 2 rebels yet.
That's right, he's not a rebel. Okay.
Well, let's spend 4 for Tarkin. Search my top 5. Then what is it? Put the others back in random order. Let's get a snowtrooper. And super laser technician.
Uh-oh. It's not good. I don't like that technician. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the... Let me just make sure. Because you can hit my guys, right? Like, you can attack into me here.
Yeah, sure could.
Let me do some math here. I can do 2 attack. I have a pretty good trade into the probe droid. Oh, you have Sentinel with the guard? Is that right?
That's correct. I have an official.
You have an official. So I needed to have... My sequencing would have been better.
Well, that's why I played Tarkin as my first action here.
Oh, you did Tarkin first. Okay.
Having control of the initiative was quite relevant here.
So I think with my trades... Oh, I can't even hit your base.
Nope. It's the Sentinel or nobody.
Jesus. Crazy. Let's bring in the security force.
Here comes Big Daddy. Alright, let's have the probe droid hit your base for 3.
I will hit your base for 2.
Let's throw the Royal Guard into your base for 3.
Alright, I still can't one-shot your Royal Guard with the Consular.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I guess I don't know what I'm gonna do. Man, this Royal Guard is brutal.
He's a good card if you got an official.
I could have done these 2 actions at once with Leia. That would have been better.
I don't think she can play a card and attack with her ability. It's only attacks.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I know how to play it. Let's see here.
The way I see it, you attack with Yoda or you take the initiative here. I don't know if you got anything else going on.
I think I'm just going to do Yoda, just sack him into the guard. And I restore 2 on my base and draw a card.
Yoda shouldn't die from that. He has 4 health, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be too much math in here for me, dude.
I know. 3 minus 4, it's a tough one.
It's just like... There's a lot of numbers on the card. I'm thinking about other stuff, trying to remember how to play, and it's just... There's a lot going on for me.
I'll take the initiative.
I'll pass. Yeah, there's my guys. 5 money. When can I bring in Leia? Forgot. Oh, this round. Yeah, this will be fun to get out here. Let's go ahead and... Should have shown you that. Here you go.
Okay. Definitely got some interesting sequencing choices here. It's like, do I use this guy before you kill him? Or do I kill Yoda so that it's not such a clean trade? Hmm.
Well, if you kill the Yoda, then I don't get the restore ability. So I think there's an argument for doing that.
Yeah, but then I also don't get to damage your base with the Royal Guard, which is some good damage to lose.
Oh, because you have to like overkill me.
Well, assuming you were going to kill my guard as your next action, then I wouldn't be able to use him. I don't know if you will or not, but it's something to consider for me.
You could hit him, go into the base, and then I trade into you.
Yeah, I could. I might. I'm trying to think of what's more advantageous here.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I think, yeah, let's do 4 to your base with the guard.
So how do you do 4?
Krennic makes my damage units have +1 attack.
Seems good.
This guy's a 4/4. Well, a 4/2 since he's hurt.
Alright, so I'll hit your guy. I restore 2. And then I need to fix these tokens. They're just too hard to grab. And then I draw a card.
Yeah, we can talk about the tokens later.
It's just like the smallest little area on it for you to be able to grab.
I don't know, but to me it's pretty consistent. You just grab the bottom and you're good. Or the top even is probably the easier. But, yeah. That's, when I made these, I consulted you about that. You said it was good. We could have done it a different way.
They look exactly like the tokens in the game. It's fine. I'll get used to it. We're good.
Could have done states.
Alright, where are we at? Your action?
I'm gonna vanquish that guy.
Wow. Get wrecked. Okay. Let's go ahead and play another one.
Let's bring in the unit Krennic.
Okay, I don't like that. Does 2 damage. Let me read my guy again. Okay. She's a 4/6 if I'm attacking. Let's do 2 to your base.
Let's go 3 to your base.
Let's play R2.
Do you want to do his 1 plate ability, or?
Oh yeah. How do I look at the top one without doing? Is there a way to do that?
You could right-click, search 1, I guess.
Oops. I'll shuffle. Do you want me to shuffle? I didn't really see him.
Probably for the best.
Okay. Doesn't really.
And you can either leave it there or put it on the bottom of your deck.
I think that's fine. I'll leave it there.
All right. Let's have Tarkin attack R2.
Okay.
I got you covered.
I think I'll deploy.
All right, Krennic will kill R2.
So mean.
Restore restore 2 from my base.
I wanted to do all this kind of stuff. Like, I wanted to do the R2C3PO thing and, like, have fun.
Well, I've got control of the ground right now.
Let's do... Oops, sorry. Let's do 4 to Krennic.
Okay. He'll do 3 back to you.
He does 3, huh?
Yeah, he was damaged, so he has +1 attack. I'll take the initiative.
Pass.
Okay. Man, this first action is always so hard to know what to do. It's an interesting decision point to, like, use a guy before I think he's gonna die versus being more offensive. I think I'm just gonna throw Krennic into Leia and let them both die. I think that's my first action. So they both become leaders, and I'll restore 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 into the Viper probe.
You guys got 4 health. Yeah, Snow Trooper, which lets me attack with an Imperial unit for +2 attack. So I'm going to trade Tarkin into your security force.
Yeah. Seems good. Let's play C3PO and I'll choose 3. There's a 2. Okay.
I don't think you have to show me unless you're going to draw the card.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alright. I'm going to spend 4 for Tarkin.
That guy again?
That guy again. I guess I should just draw 5 is probably easier. I'm going to pick maximum firepower. And another Snow Trooper.
I'll play another security force.
Jeez. Don't you get tired of those guys? I'll take the initiative.
Looks like I got 3 to the base.
C3PO should be exhausted. You played him this round.
Oh, sorry about that. I got 2.
Okay.
Pass.
It's a very control-heavy game. I'm running out of cards in my deck.
How many you got left? 10? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to resource a card here.
Not resourcing, okay. what am I going to play is the question. See, that's the downside to having the initiative is I have to decide what I'm doing. Guess I'll play a wingard. I don't know if it's right, but it's what I'm doing.
Seems good. Protect your base. Let's use Leia to do attack with both of these guys into your wing.
So the order that you do this matters. So let's take this step by step. Who are you using first?
Why would that matter?
Well, C-3PO has an on-attack ability. And this guy's not dying in one hit, so...
Let's do C-3PO first. And I'll guess...
Okay, so I'm taking 1, you're taking 2?
Yep. I'll guess... 3. I can search top one. It was not a 3. And then I'll attack with the security force.
Okay.
These tokens.
He had 3 attack. He was wounded.
Seems good. Oh, that's why it matters. I see.
Yeah, there was a couple things going on there. Let's send the snowtrooper into C-3PO.
Definitely should have done it the other way around. Okay. Let's play with that guy.
I think I did that attack first.
You really don't like C-3PO?
Well, he's an easy way to get my guys damaged too. So they get bigger.
Gotcha.
Let's send Tarkin into the wingard.
Play a wing leader. Give 2 experience tokens to a rebel unit.
Who gets him?
I think they're safer over here. So I can just start hitting you with hitting the base with this guy until you do something.
Alright, I'll max firepower that X-Wing down.
Jeez. Friendly Imperial unit deals. Okay, so you have...
I have
2
6 total
Imperials.
that I'm dealing to this X-Wing.
Gotcha. I baited that out.
You did. I mean, that probably would have went into your consular if it didn't go there.
I think I'm done, so I'll take the initiative.
And I'll pass. It's starting to get tricky to know if I want to resource things or not.
Let's go ahead and do 2 to your base with
Guess I won't.
the wing guard.
Makes sense to me. Let's Snow Trooper there.
Is he dead? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's do 3 to the base with the security force. Yeah.
I'll trade in and kill him.
Let's play R2. And I'll look at the top card of my deck. So he lets me put it on the bottom if I want.
Yep. Keep that card there, put it on the bottom.
I can look at my discard pile, right?
As far as I know, that's open information.
There might be better cards than this guy, but yeah, I think I'm gonna put this one on the bottom. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do a Viper Probe. I'll take a look at your hand. Another R2.
That's actually good information for you, because like,
Okay.
if you had a way to kill R2, you probably won't now. Not that, you know, because I would just play another one.
That's a good point.
Let's put this X-Wing in. Oh, I could have done my ability sooner, probably. Before I traded into people. That'd been good.
I don't know if you've used this ability at all this game. I don't think you have.
I think I used it once. I forget about it. Let's go ahead and bring this guy in.
Take the initiative.
And I get to, oh, it's just restore 1, okay. He's exhausted. I do 2 to the base.
You definitely got space pretty well locked down here.
Pass. So you can only resource one of the 2 cards that you drew. You can't resource any of your cards, correct?
You can resource any card in your hand.
Any card.
Yes.
I still won't do that. I mean, I have 9 cards left in my deck.
Like, I'll resource this card. Okay, you done resourcing?
It's interesting, the timing of that. Like, I wasn't going to resource, and then I saw that you resourced, and so then it made me want to resource. So, like, how does that work?
I'd assume because I took the initiative, I would do it first. I guess I would have to read the rules to know for sure.
That's a good question, actually. Okay.
So, resourcing or not?
Sure, I'll do it.
Yeah. Let's pay 2 for a Snow Trooper. I'll send this Snow Trooper into R2. Kill him.
Seems good.
wonder if that's unnecessary to even kill R2. It might have been. Yeah, I would have been better off saving it for this guy. Guess I'll max firepower that guard. Probably waste, but it's just a problem.
So I will use Leia's ability, and I'll attack with the Restored Arc to restore 1 from my base, and the Wing Leader to do 2 to your base.
Does this guy also deal 2?
Oh yeah, sorry, he does deal 2
okay.
as well.
You're ahead on damage. Might be being too much control here. Let's go 3 to your base with Probe Droid.
I'm gonna play Fleet Lieutenant, and
cool.
I'm gonna give this Alliance X-Wing +2, and that will attack for 4.
Seems good. I'm starting to get scared now. Let's hit your base for 3.
I will take the initiative.
I'll play Mahdi and pass.
Did you get it?
No, it just flew away. Going to bed?
Oh yeah. Okay. Not resourcing.
Me neither.
Have initiative. Let's go ahead and trade into your Sentinel.
Let's go 3 to your base.
Let's use Leia. Do the Restored Arc 2 to your base. I heal 1 on mine. I do Wing Leader for 2 to your base.
Okay. Let's do 3 to your base.
Play the Fleet Lieutenant. Again.
Nice.
+2, so 4 to the base.
Trying to think if there's any way I can win now. I think you just got me.
This Fleet Lieutenant is very good because it's damage the round he's playing. Like it's like a damage out of hand card. It's like a guy that has like a 2 damage ability attached to him. It's so good.
I think that might be it. Let's go 2 to your base.
I think I'll just claim.
I think I can get you to 27, but that's not enough. So Mahdi will attack into him. He doesn't die.
Okay.
Mahdi's one attack. I'll ready my probe droid. I'll deal 3 to your base. And I think that is about that. Let's play a wing guard. And I can vanquish your Arc 170. But I think I needed to do that sooner. That Fleet Lieutenant, man, it's pretty good. Alright, pass.
GG.
GG. That was a close game. One action difference. Leia's ability was pretty good.
Yeah, once I started using it, it was pretty good. No, I think I used it every round that I could except for one. I forgot.
I think it might have been more than one, but either way, it worked out.
Just that tempo is important. Like,
yeah, I think I traded too much. I needed to be going for the face more. It's a tough balance because it's like I wanted to control the board, but I can't control space. So you always could hit me there. So I was really just hurting myself, I think.
yeah, I mean, you had like some pretty big damage dealers, and so you had to kind of decide.
Yeah, those consular security forces were just too big.
Yeah, you were just like trading into those guys, whereas like
I needed to draw my answers, and I wasn't. I like could get one of them.
I feel like what could be good here is like those events that do some damage out of hand that round. I think those are maybe going to be pretty valuable just to clear off, clear the board a little bit. Board clears.
Yeah, it's be tough to draw them sometimes.
All right, well, we got there. I hope people are excited to check out Star Wars Unlimited and play some of these demo decks you made. I'm excited to try some more of them, so good job. We'll keep updating the mod. Definitely feel free to send me any of your feedback on Discord. Just post them on Discord there. You can just let me know if you got any suggestions, and definitely check out our mod.
And also, I might be updating these demo decks or adding new ones over the course of time as we get new cards.
Sweet. All right. Well, if you made it this far, you're my hero.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Hopefully that recorded.
Hopefully.